Hello! Happy Pancake Tuesday! This is a massive day where I come from. Shrove Tuesday, Pancake Tuesday. It is a big event, and the best part of it is that you get to eat lots and lots of pancakes. So I am thrilled to be joining you live to be cooking up some wonderful pancakes. These are the pancakes I have been taught how to make, and these are the ones that we make every Pancake Tuesday in my house. So we're doing a bit of a live cook along, so if you have any questions about pancakes, please let me know. Ask us some questions, we'll try and do our best to answer them along the way. But these are the most easy pancakes you will ever learn how to make, so I'm going to show you how. I'm going to hand you over now to Sophie, who's going to do the honours of filming this. Thank you very much.
Did that work?
It worked really well. Okay, so for this, the best part of pancakes is that it does not take too many ingredients. Very, very simple. I've got 110 grams of all-purpose plain flour in this bowl. To that, we're going to add 2 large free-range eggs. But actually, a good little tip is to mix up your eggs and your milk. So I've got about 200 milliliters of milk here. It's probably about, if you were doing this at home, you could probably eyeball it. So come in and we're going to crack some eggs. We've got 2 large free-range eggs going in here. Plop. 1.
I like the glass bowl.
Thank you. I'm glad you like the glass bowl. One thing that's really interesting about eggs in America versus eggs at home is that they actually insist you keep the eggs in the fridge in America, as opposed to in Ireland we can keep the eggs out of the fridge. And the reason is that they chlorinate the outside of the egg, so they kind of wash off this protective layer off the eggs, and because of that, that's why you have to keep the eggs in the fridge in America. I only learned this the other day because I was quite fascinated by the fact that you had to do that. So we've got 2 large free-range eggs going in there. I think we'll add a tiny little pinch of salt just to add a little bit of flavour in there. Give that a whisk up. As I said, there's only a few ingredients in here. You've got eggs, you've got milk, you've got plain flour. I've got a little bit of melted butter and a tiny touch of water. Now, these are not your American style thick, fluffy pancakes. These are thin, almost kind of French crepe style pancakes. You should be left with something that you can kind of roll up. And because we're going to roll them up, we have lots of ingredients to fill them with. You could go strawberries and cream, you could go blueberries, you could go berries, you could go nuts, but we're actually going to go caramelized bananas today. And with those caramelized bananas, we're going to have a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of toasted hazelnuts. It's all going to be gorgeous. Right, I have my eggs nicely whisked up. To that liquid milk mixture, we're going to add a tiny little bit of water in there. The water will ensure that you get a nice thin and crisp crepe. So do add that little bit of water in there. So come on over, we're going to see this incorporation of the flour to the water mixture. So make a little well in the center there. And you just want to whisk this up. Can you see yourself in the camera? Sophie's behind camera today, so if you're wondering who's filming, that's who. So you just want to whisk this up, and you basically don't want to overwork the flour, but you just want to get it so that it's fully incorporated. Now, if you have the time, it is a good little tip that if you have the time, you can make these up in advance and they sit really well in the fridge. I should say the batter. Make the batter up in advance and it'll make sure that it sits really well in the fridge until you are ready to have a pancake party in your life. Is there any questions on pancakes so far?
Not yet. They're all saying hi, laughing that it's like 11 o'clock, going to bed, their time.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bit weird. We're in LA right now, and I know a lot of people back home in Ireland and Dublin will have already made their pancakes, and will no doubt be tucking into lots of pancakes. So hopefully this might give you that. If you haven't done it just yet, this might give you that inspiration to go into the kitchen and do it.
They're asking what you're doing for people that have just joined.
So we are making pancakes. It is Pancake Tuesday. If you don't celebrate this in your hometown or city or country, this is a great little tradition to start with your family. Pancakes are one of my favourite things to make, and every Pancake Tuesday, which is around sometime in February every year, we make up pancakes, and it's also sometimes known around the world as Fat Tuesday. So I think in Sweden, where Sophie's from, who's from behind camera, they make up a cream bun. It's called a semblor, and they fill it with marzipan and cream, and it's absolutely gorgeous. But where I'm from, we make up pancakes. So we have this beautiful pancake batter. Have a look at that. It's a little bit frothy now. You don't want to overmix it. And if I had the time, I would probably leave this in the fridge just to sit for about 30 minutes, just to allow that flour to relax a little bit. But you can crack on anyway. It doesn't really matter. One thing I would say is to make sure that you have a lovely non-stick environment for your or pancakes not to stick on the bottom of your pan, is add a tablespoon or two of melted butter going in here. So we've got good Irish salted butter going in here. Give that a last whisk in there, and if you are putting this into the fridge beforehand, make sure to only add the melted butter after you've taken it out of the fridge, otherwise it kind of solidifies in the mixture and you get these little lumps, so you don't want that. Okay, so that's our pancake batter looking pretty good.
People are asking what your favourite frost or topping is.
Oh, my favourite topping is the one that we're going to make. So this is a caramelised banana with chocolate and toasted hazelnuts topping, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So it's actually, while that batter is resting, we're going to make up this filling. I actually think we only need one banana for this filling. You're going to take up your banana, you're going to split it in half, and really all you're doing is caramelising it, so you get a lovely sort of crispy texture on the outside of the banana, and then this wonderful soft gooey centre, so it's absolutely gorgeous. So actually I think we're going to make up the topping first. I'm going to get the pan on over here. That's the wrong one, so I'll just turn on the other one. I still don't really know my cooker that well just yet, so I'm going to work on that. So with your knife, I have a butter knife here. I don't know why I'm using that, but anyway, I have one. Just split it down the centre. You want to take up a little bit of sugar, and oh, where is my sugar? I think it's in here.
No, there.
Where is it?
Right.
But it's not opened yet. But I thought we had one that's open.
No, open
this is the moment when, when you thought you have everything, but you don't have everything. Where is my butter? I don't want to use that. I'll use powdered sugar. No. Well, you can have a look in my press while you're waiting, because we're both going to find this together. We haven't really.
Which one are you looking for? It's behind the oats, I think.
Is it behind the oats? Where is that? Over
right.
here?
No. Bottom shelf. Bottom shelf.
Bottom shelf. Over here. See, this is why Sophie knows where everything is in the kitchen and I don't. So we've got a little bit of sugar, and when this goes into the pan, we're just going to sprinkle that over the bananas and get this lovely sort of caramelization going on. To the pan, we do need a good knob of butter. You want to melt that down. You want to be generous, so a good lump of butter. Come on down over here. We're going to bring our butter straight into that pan, get it nice and toasty and melty and gorgeous. We've got the bananas coming over, and we've got a little bit of sugar. Now, if this was, you know, if you want to feel a little bit more excited about your caramelized bananas, you could add a little splash of rum in there. You can add a whole host of different spices. Banana and spices work quite well. A little bit of cinnamon might work really nicely. But this is we're gonna keep this nice and plain and very simple. So melt down your butter. We've got our bananas, which I'm just gonna basically toss in a little bit of sugar on the board here. So take your bananas and just sprinkle them nicely with sugar all the way over. And I'm actually getting Max's dog bowl is down here beside the bananas, so there's a little bit of sugar going into Max's dog bowl at the moment. He'll think he's having dessert for dinner tonight. So you just want to get them nicely coated in that sugar, and basically that little coating is going to make all the difference to the sweetness and to the texture you'll get on that banana when it goes into that hot butter. You'll get this sort of almost kind of creme brulee finish to it, so it's quite nice. Your butter is melting quite nicely down there. I'm also going to get the pan on for our pancakes in a second. You can see now, once that starts bubbling, it's hot enough. So straight in there with your lovely bananas. One goes in, and the other goes in. Oh, let's get them on face side down first. Get rid of your board, get that sizzling away, looking gorgeous. Get some nice shots there, Sophie. Is it looking good?
Beautiful.
Is there anyone asking any questions for bananas?
They're asking for the measurements for the pancake batter.
Okay, so good way to remember this is 110 grams of flour. Actually, there's no good way to remember this. This is the recipe. 110 grams of flour, plain flour, 200 milliliters of milk. You've got 2 large free-range eggs, pinch of salt, and then about 75 milliliters of water. Whisk it all up, leave it to sit, and then you've got a pancake batter. Oh, and don't forget the melted tablespoon of butter. So we have our batter, and it's looking like that. You can see it's rested a tiny bit. Ideally, you want to give it about 30 minutes, but this is pretty much good to go. We're going to melt a little bit of butter to spread across this pan. And a good way of making sure that you have a nice non-stick pan situation is take up a bit of kitchen paper. Now, you remember I added some of that melted butter into our batter. You want to take up a bit of kitchen paper, fold it over like this, and this essentially kind of gives you a little dabbing brush that you can take some of that melted butter up with, and then spread it evenly over the base of that pan. And this will make sure that you get a lovely non-stick environment for your pancakes to cook. But I actually do believe that when you add that bit of melted butter in there, it adds so much flavour to these crepes as well. So
Can you leave the batter overnight?
can you leave the batter overnight? Absolutely, please do, and it'll make your life a hell of a lot easier. I'm going to try and see how our bananas are looking.
Do you want me to film this or no?
I don't know, let's find out. So, yeah, we got a nice brown colour on them. You could go a little bit longer on that side. So they're coming together quite nicely. Oh, I did forget, I just want to take up some chocolate. Because I'm going to sprinkle my pancakes with a tiny bit of chocolate, then fold it together with those beautiful bananas. So I need
It doesn't really work when you're behind the window. It gets very, I'll stand on this.
Brilliant. So, take some of this, we've got some really good quality dark chocolate here, which really will make all the difference here. I'm only going to add maybe 2 or 3 chunks, depends how chocolatey you like your pancakes. Just take a knife and you want kind of nice little slivers that will melt down quite quickly as you're cooking. I can smell those bananas, they are smelling so good right now.
Do you like Nutella on pancakes?
Nutella on pancakes, you cannot go wrong. In fact, before we started this, I was like, did you buy some Nutella, Sophie? Because I do like Nutella with the pancakes as well. So it's down to whatever your preference is. But to be perfectly honest, if you were doing this as you're like, oh pancakes, hang on, we nearly forgot the bananas. You want to make sure that they're, you keep your eye on, slightly charged, but it's fine. It's fine, they're looking good, and they smell so ridiculously good right now. Look at that, come over and have a look at that, because you've got all that beautiful beurre noisette going on there, that brown butter, and you've got those wonderful tender pieces of banana.
It does smell amazing.
It does smell. See, even Sophie says so. So I'm going to turn off the heat on our bananas. They're beautifully caramelizing down, and they'll continue to cook in that residual heat. We've got our chocolate over here. Now, what I was trying to say to you before I got distracted by the burning bananas was that my classic way of enjoying pancakes was with a little bit of lemon and some sugar. So you sprinkle over your pancakes with that little touch of caster sugar, nice superfine sugar, and then a squeeze of lemon juice, roll it up and eat it, and it is spectacular. Right, our pancake pan is nice and hot now. I'm going to give it a last little blast with a tiny bit of butter before we do our first pancake. Now,
I'm here now.
Oh, you're over there. Now, traditionally, when you make pancakes, the first one always fails. My mom always used that as an excuse in case everything went completely horribly wrong. So I'm going to use that excuse today, and we're going to make our first pancake. But you can always do this one at a time, and make sure that you get the perfect pancake.
Someone just asked, is Donald your real name, or did your parents just forget the D on the end?
Donald is my real name. Please do not confuse me with the current US president. Donald is how you say it. And actually, one thing we always get asked is, how do you pronounce my name? So it's like Donut, Donal, Donal. There you go. That's how you say it. Right, let's go in there and get our first pancake in here. So come on in, Soph, and have a look. Drizzle in that batter. You want a nice even coating across the base of the pan, and basically once you've coated it all the way around, you should start to see it cooking immediately. Now,
do you have to do that motion you're doing?
You want the roundy motion. You got to do that. If you don't do that, you won't get a fully nice even covering. You can see right at the edges here, it's starting to brown already, so I'm going to turn that down slightly, and I do have the perfect pancake flipping tool or device, which is very handy. And just when you start seeing it coming away slightly at the edges like that, just loosen it up. It takes about 1 to 2 minutes either side for these to cook up, and you can basically fill these with whatever filling you like. We're going caramelized bananas with a little bit of chocolate, but you could go strawberries and cream, you could go nuts, you could go bananas. So you can basically do whatever you like. Now, one thing that I often get asked to do is to flip a pancake. And I think, you know, it is Pancake Tuesday, so you've got to flip your pancakes.
I think you need to clarify that you're making crepes and not pancakes.
Oh, that is a good point. So in Ireland, we call these pancakes because we don't do the American style pancakes. So if you're looking at this and going, why is this mad Irish fool making crepes and calling them pancakes? Because in Ireland, our pancakes, we basically call them pancakes when they are not pancakes. It's very confusing, really, but this is what we would call a pancake. So in the title, I've called these skinny pancakes to hopefully explain what we're after here. But anyway, these crepe-style pancakes, you're looking for a really nice finish so that they're golden brown. And funny enough, this is the first time I've ever cooked them in America, and it does look like they're slightly sticking to the bottom here. So just take your time with these, and you do want to make sure, like normally you want to allow them to cook out slightly just until they come come away nicely. And actually, I think we're going to have to dab a little bit more butter on the next one just to make sure that you get a really nice, even finish. But we did talk about the fact that sometimes the first one is always a disaster, didn't we?
You did.
You're going to let me away with that? Okay, fine. Anyway, this bit seems to be sticking a little bit, so let's keep it cooking. Now, at this point, there's lots of different things you can do. Once you've flipped it over, you can fill it on the pan and fold it into fours if you fancy. Otherwise, flip it over and roll it up once it's cooked on the other side. But there's lots of options. We're going chocolate bananas today, but there really is lots of options. Leave me a comment in the box below letting me know what your favourite pancake topping is, because maybe we have it in the house. Maybe we can try it tonight.
Do you prefer American pancakes or crepes?
Do I prefer American pancakes or crepes? I think I prefer these style pancakes because I feel like I don't feel as bloated after I eat these style of pancakes, because I feel like they're lighter and you can have more fillings because of that. But I'm easy. I will take any pancake that's going, basically. There you go. That's the answer to that question. As you can tell, Sophie leaves me hanging a lot of the time. Thank you very much. Right. Okay, for some reason it's sticking ever so slightly. So I feel like I want to take this pancake off and start with another one. But it's looking pretty good. I just need to loosen it up on the sides. This is exactly what happens when you do these sorts of live things. It all goes horribly wrong.
At least it's your first and not like
exactly.
try.
So okay, I don't know why it's not going a little bit further. Sometimes as well, I'm going to make all the excuses in the world, but sometimes when you do come to a new country and it's not the same ingredients, they do operate differently. So I feel like this is probably what's happening right now.
Someone just said if we pull down the blinds behind you, maybe the light will get a little better.
Oh, that's a good point. Is the light a bit dark?
It is a little bit. Well,
okay, let's try that. Is that any
better? It looks so nice now. It just
went back that one just went back up by itself. Maybe I should stand. You should stand here, and I should stand there.
It's hard to see from here.
We're gonna try and get this pancake up because I refuse to make this fail. Okay, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Pancakes are hard. Who knew?
They all say it happens with the first one.
It happens with the first one. See, that's what you need. Right there is what you're looking for. You want a nice swizzle. Once it starts coming off the bottom of the pan, you're in business. So will we try a flip?
Let me take the
are you ready? 1, 2, 3! There you go. Not the best one, but I did make the excuse that the first one isn't always the perfect one.
Pretty good.
You've got a nice colour on it. I actually turned down the heat, which I think was possibly the reason why it didn't go beautifully, but that's exactly what you're after. You want a really nice golden colour and you need it to come away from the bottom. So do take your time with it. If it sticks like mine was doing right there, all you've got to do is cook it out and it will eventually come away from that bottom of the pan. Generally when it sticks like that, it's just when basically it hasn't cooked all the way through. So you will notice that it came away from the pan the minute it had. So we are all learning here. I hope I hope you've got a good takeaway from today. We've got our beautiful bananas good to go at this point. And now that it's cooked on one side and it's probably partially cooked on the other side, what I'm going to do is turn down the heat and grab up some of that beautiful dark chocolate, which is right over here. Have a look at that. We're going to stick that straight in on top of this pancake. And you'll notice as it cooks down on one side, this will melt down and become beautifully sauce-like for our wonderful caramelized bananas to go on top. So just take your time with that and you'll see immediately that starts to melt down. Let me get closer, let me get closer. Oh yes, let's see that chocolate, beautiful. Now that we've got the first one and we made an absolute balls of it, we can go and do the whole pancake batter and enjoy Pancake Tuesday like it should be, relaxed and carefree. But you can see now that beautiful chocolate is melting, and I'm going to grab up a spoon just so that we get a really nice smooth finish on that beautiful melted chocolate. Look at that. Come closer, come closer. Oh, Mary, that's what it's about. Look at that beautiful chocolate in the pan.
That beats Nutella.
That beats your Nutella anytime. Spread it across the pan, get it looking gorgeous. And now we're going to slide in those pancakes. We're going to slide off that pancake onto our plate, which is over here. So come over here, Sophie. We've got our plate ready to go. We've got our pancake, which is going to be just laid on top. Slightly small plate for the job, but you know what? When we fold this up, it's going to look gorgeous. Take up your bananas. I'm going to slice these in half just so that we get a nice finish on them. And then all you want to do is, what do I want to do? I want to fold this up first So you want to get this lovely slice across here. We're going to put the bananas in the middle here, and then you get this wonderful finish on those gorgeous bananas. Look at that. I think you got to go one last little piece. And then, ladies and gentlemen, fold it over on one side.
What about the hazelnuts?
You've got to, oh, what about the hazelnuts? We do need the hazelnuts. Where are they? They're over here. So we're just going to chop up some hazelnuts to finish this off. And actually we did mention that Nutella kind of vibe, so you just want some nice chopped hazelnuts in there as well. It's good that Sophie was here to make sure that I don't forget anything. I tell you, pancakes are meant to be the easiest thing to cook, and all of a sudden you've got lots of things to think about. So a tiny little touch of those beautiful hazelnuts. Come in here and have a look. Beautiful hazelnuts in there, in amongst the bananas. That's what you're after. And then it's down to the taste test, my friends. You have a beautiful skinny crepe, dripping with gorgeousness. Chocolate, bananas, hazelnuts, yes! This is what you want on Pancake Tuesday. That's exactly it. You've got all the great flavours. You've got a crispy crepe. Come back over. We'll keep on cooking these out. You do want to make sure you get a gorgeous finish on these. I am telling you, if you have not made your pancakes today on Pancake Tuesday, you need to get cooking and you need this recipe. This will change your life. If you haven't made pancakes before, I'm telling you, it makes all the difference with really great crispy crepes. Okay, give me some questions while I cook off some more pancakes.
So you want to see Max?
Max, come here. Come over here. Come over here. He's over there. He's waiting for the pancakes. Come on. Would you like a pancake? Would you like a pancake? Do you like pancakes?
Hi,
oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, hello. Hello. Good boy. Okay, so now I have to wash my hands. Max, I don't know if Max likes pancakes. He does like eggs. He has this weird obsession with eggs, so I don't know what that's about. But either way, he's a big fan of eggs. I don't know what that's about. Anyway.
What's your favourite savoury topping?
Savoury topping is an interesting one. I have to say, one of my favourites is a beautiful piece of bacon, a maple bacon. I sometimes candy bacon, and you put that over your pancakes, but that's more of an American style pancake in my world. We're going to fry this off and just get this nicely finished. I would love to hear any more savoury suggestions from you guys. I actually, to be perfectly honest, if I'm going to have pancakes, I want them to be sweet, and I want them to be delicious, and I want them to be gorgeous. So I tend not to do pancakes that are savoury, but I'm a big fan of the sweet ones. So if you have any savoury suggestions that I must try, please let me know. Already our second pancake is looking a little bit better, so take your time with these things. Actually, to be perfectly honest, when I normally make these, I have a pancake pan back in Ireland, and it's a really thin, small one, and it makes sure that you get a really nice, you have an ability to kind of not see the edges, whereas with these big kind of traditional pans, it tends to kind of go up the sides and stuff like that. So
what's the best alternative for gluten-free?
Gluten-free pancakes. We do have a brilliant gluten-free pancake recipe. It's one that we do with oat flour. So you blitz up oats, and that basically forms your gluten-free
Does it
element.
need to be turned?
Probably does. I'm giving it a little bit longer than it probably needs, just to make sure that we have a nice finish on it.
Someone said cream cheese and bacon.
Ooh, cream cheese and bacon sounds good. I'm going for the pancake wobble.
Oh, you got it.
Did I get it? Oh, that's what you're after. Okay, so I think this one's good to flip. We're going to finish it up right now, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed this Pancake Tuesday. This one has gone a little bit better than the first one. And I did promise you the first one always goes tits up. But look what we've got. We've got a nice swivel. You got to get your hips in there. And once you get your hips, give it a 1, give it a 2, give it a 1, 2, 3. Hop! Oh no! It's kind of flopped. But anyway, that's all the fun of Pancake Tuesday. Guys, thank you so much for joining this beautiful pancake live cooking session. If you want the recipe, we will leave it in the box below. You are looking for that gorgeous pancake action right there. We will finish it on some beautiful banana and chocolate pancakes. Until our next time, tune in on Tuesday and tune in on Sunday. We've got loads of recipe videos right here. Click that subscribe button, and of course, leave us a comment in the box below where we'll also leave you the recipe. Okay, goodbye, happy Pancake Tuesday, good night.